Hello, this is The Independence, where we try to keep it real, and we've talked about it. If we're going to have an honest discussion about race, we can't pussyfoot around the most divisive word in the English language, the N-word. From Paula Deen to Richie Incognito, how 6 little letters can undo an entire career. Just a warning, some of the language might get a little raw. Blame Camille. I do. Why are we so obsessed with this word?
A complex history. I mean, it would be a mistake, and I mean, we've talked about it all throughout the show, to ignore the complex racial history in the United States. Nigger is a word that has a tremendous, you couldn't even see them all grimacing when I said it. Nigger is a word that has a tremendous amount of historical baggage attached to it, but it also has a contemporary context as well. And I think there's something really, really important about the fact that I can say it, and that all of you are so uncomfortable saying it.
When do you get uncomfortable hearing a white person say that?
I only do when the intention is there. I mean,
what do you mean?
If there is an actual intention to be, well, one, someone could just be trying to be provocative. Yeah. And that can make you
I've heard one of your friends do that, and I was offended because he sounded like a douchebag.
I'm not certain who this person is, and again, calling them my friend may be a little too generous.
Well, I didn't say his name or hers.
It could be a her. Then again. But in all seriousness, I wonder a little bit about hypersensitivity and being insensitive, and if those are not two sides of the same coin, and if those two things can't both get us into a significant amount of trouble. We have people in this country whose careers have been ruined for using words that sound like nigger but have no etymological link to the word nigger.
Like
and that is obviously,
which means stingy, and there was a city councilman who had to apologize and was almost dethroned for using the word meaning stingy because he laughed after he said it.
And that's the hypersensitivity, and I think it's indicative of the moment that we find ourselves
Well, if you're going to say it, own it.
Yeah, but it's indicative of the moment we find ourselves in, which is a universe in which most of the racism that we would have seen during the civil rights era has been extinguished. We do not find that routinely anymore. And people are, in fact, manufacturing incidents of racism on a regular basis and finding various things that outrage them, calling it racist. And nigger is a word that is used routinely in hip-hop music, for example.
Well, no.
And is owned by that community.
N-I-G-G-A is used.
Pick your poison. I'm not sure.
You don't think there's a difference? Because there are people who think there's a difference.
I'm not certain.
Is it so unhealthy? Is it so unhealthy that a large number of people, white people, or even Romanians, are they white anymore? I'm not really sure, but
you know what? I don't even know. Ask my white grandmother, and she would say no. God rest her soul.
That's a topic for another show. All the different ethnicities that were not considered to be white 100 years ago, but now are. But I mean, it's actually, couldn't it be a sign of health that a large number of people think, hey, this word is inadvisable. It makes my ears bleed hearing it, because I heard a cop growing up in my neighborhood talk about how we used to haul the N-word back, because who's going to believe an N-word?
And that is awful. But no, I don't think it's a sign of health. I actually think it's a reflection of a tremendous hypocrisy that is pervasive in our society.
Where
I can say any number of things about race that you simply can't say. I can make observations that you're not allowed to make because it might jeopardize your career or any good thinking person's sensibility about the good kind of guy Matt Welch is.
My grandmother never used the N-word. She used the word Canadians. Team names have been all over the news, and you know who the biggest offender is. The Notre Dame Fighting Irish. So all Catholics are leprechauns? Nice. Is your mascot offensive or worse? Is it racist?